Hi everyone, my name is Walter Wong and I'm a senior at Penn studying biochemistry and biology. I'm still not sure where I'm going to be next year, so much prayer would be appreciated. When I first came to Penn, it was a new environment for me. It was my first time where I was truly alone, away from any support system that I had known. My parents, however, had set me up to go to GCC before I'd even shown up, as a family friend of ours had recently moved and become friends with another family whose son was attending GCC. In addition, the last person from my hometown had to come to Penn also happened to be from my home church and was a family group leader at GCC. So my attendance was thus non-negotiable, and so the very first Friday that I was here, I went to FNL. It was a great experience, mostly because of how much passion I could see everyone had for worshiping God. I was used to a more conservative environment, filled with kids who were there simply because their parents were making them come, making the worship seem very listless. It was a refreshing and enjoyable experience to see people coming to church because they genuinely wanted to be there, rather than being forced. However, while I enjoyed the experience, I didn't really expect to fit in too well because I didn't see myself as being so passionate for God. I especially didn't see myself serving in the community. Little did I know that year, my relationship with Him would skyrocket. A lot of that had to do with my family group that year, where the leaders were extremely persistent in reaching out despite my extreme flakiness. The next year or so were difficult for me as I tried to do well in all my classes to maintain my status in my program. I really struggled to learn how to study during my first 2 years here, as schoolwork had come easily to me in high school. However, that was no longer the case at Penn. Around the time my grades were faltering, I was trying to juggle going to church and studying. And because of the GPA requirement to remain in my program, and the fact that my grades were slipping because of my inability to study well, I decided to focus on my grades. I essentially went to classes, worked a minimum amount of time in lab for work study, then went home to study and do problem sets for the rest of the evening. It was during that time that I realized no matter how hard I tried, forcing myself forward with just my own strength wasn't going to be enough. I was going to burn out if I kept trying to go forward and fight to gain worldly success. It was during that time of acceptance that I learned that I scraped the exact GPA I needed to stay in the program. I decided then I really wanted to prioritize my relationship with God above all else and began my crosswalk anew. I'm happy to say that I now truly believe I am safe and sound in His arms, and that He truly knows that is what is best for me. One verse that I found comforting throughout my years here is Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. Thank you.